Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. At the top tonight, we're learning more details about the major crash near Robstown that left 6 people dead, 7 people hospitalized. Several law enforcement agencies are investigating and say this may be a case of human trafficking. It all started last night when Robstown police tried to stop a car for speeding on Highway 77. Taylor Alanis joins us right now with the latest details.
Rudy, what we know so far is that all of the people involved were men. We don't know the ages, how old or young they might be, but police do tell us they are from Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and Mexico. Now, this all started around 11:30 last night when Robstown police say they tried to stop a Suburban that was speeding on 77 South. Officers say the driver of the Suburban refused to stop and exited towards the fairgrounds. The officer lost sight of the car, then stopped the car on the side of some railroad tracks, actually spotted it, didn't stop it, near the Wells Fargo going towards FM 1694. That's when they lost track of the car and ended their pursuit. Now, fast forward to 4 this morning, Metrocom got a call from someone who said a young man was knocking at their door near FM 1694 and County Road 44. Nueces County Sheriff's deputies say when they got there, the man was gone. An hour later, they received another call about 2 young men who were injured and walking near the highway. Deputies say they only spoke Spanish, and the 2 led deputies to a Suburban that had crashed in a ditch around a field nearby. Sheriff's deputies found 6 men dead inside the Suburban and another 6 alive outside the car.
But the bailouts and the routine trafficking that occurs through Nueces County and the 25 miles of Highway 77 is going on as we speak. And so that's really something that we could not stress more. We are suffering with those families because of what's happening 150 miles from here.
Sheriff J.C. Hooper says there is an early indication that none of the men were related and it was a classic appearance of human trafficking. In total, 7 men were taken to the hospital, 4 to Christus Spawn Shoreline and 3 to Bay Area. Sheriff's deputies say they also took the 2 young men found originally into custody. Now, several agencies are working on this investigation, including CCPD, CCFD, Robstown Police, DPS, Border Patrol, and even the Coast Guard is also involved in this. But right now, they are working to identify the people that were found dead and those that are still in the hospital. Now, live at Robstown City Hall, Taylor Alanis, 3 News.
All right, thank you, Taylor, for that. And we continue our team coverage now with Bill Churchwell, who's been out on the scene all day as authorities continue to search for people who may be on the run from this crash. He joins us now with the latest on the search. Bill?
At least 1 more still out there, according to Sheriff Hooper during that press conference, and they have been searching everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere, including fireworks stands like this one off of FM 1694. They were checking the doors to see if they were secure, and they were also coming around over here to the corner, and they were actually getting on their hands and knees and looking underneath to see if anyone might have been hiding out. Now, not far away, we also both sheriff's deputies and border agents off of Violet, which is FM 24. They were checking a fireworks stand over there as well, and also walking the property, talking with people who live out there in the area to see what they might know. Take a listen.
They just asked us to see how long the dogs have been barking, and that's just when they got here. So we hadn't seen anything yet or heard anything. I got German Shepherds, and they usually alert us to anybody suspicious or, coming into our property.
And this was just one of many locations. Deputies were also out at the TSC Tractor Supply Company over at Highway 77. Nueces County Sheriff Hooper told me that they will continue to respond to reports and ask people in the area to remain vigilant. Again, during that press conference, the sheriff saying that there is at least 1 more person out there, but we do not know at this point if that was the coyote or not. Reporting live, Bill Churchwell, 3 News. Now back to you.
All right, thank you, Bill, for that. Meantime, the Brooks County Sheriff is weighing in on that accident because it involved suspected undocumented immigrants. Though they rarely see accidents with several fatalities, he says it highlights the lengths people will go to get into our country. Madeline Dart tells us what he has to say. Maddie?
Yeah, Rudy, officials have told us there were at least 13 people in that car. Brooks County Sheriff Benny Martinez says they've seen an increase in undocumented immigrants in the South Texas area, many of them sneaking onto private land in hopes that they won't get caught. Sheriff Martinez says they see at least 2 to 3 bailouts a week, and while amount of the bailouts per week has decreased from past numbers, they're seeing more people per group sneaking across the border. He says it's incidents like the crash in Robstown that show how many people can get across in just one vehicle.
It's sad in terms of what occurs, the end result, but you know, as a law enforcement personnel, you still have to do your part, and it's just part of it. It's just another component into this immigration issue that hasn't been resolved.
Martinez says it's important for all law enforcement agencies to communicate to intercept the amount of undocumented immigrants coming through the border. And later on 3 News at 6 p.m., hear what's being done to both stop undocumented criminal immigrants and help those who are just trying to reach a safer place. Rudy.